Hello and welcome to the Live Sports in New Mexico show. This show is basically just to share our faith, share our athlete life, our coach's life, and share with you guys and just kind of help you out in the different areas in your life, whether it's on the court, off the court, on the field, off the field, whatever it is. We truly want to help you today. I'm Chris. I have my co-host here, Brian, and we're here to talk about today about self-sacrifice. I think in sports there's so much that we need to sacrifice, so much unselfishness that comes with sports. And I just want to start off with a quote for us today. It's by former President John F. Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. And so I think what that applies to us as athletes and coaches, we got to think about it can't really be about us. It has to be about what can we offer? What can we offer as teammates? And especially, you know, during this election process, as we saw people, you know, actually looking for a savior in our president and looking for someone like, oh, I want someone just to fix everything. It's just not how it's going to work. You know, there's no savior in any president that we've had. Our savior is Jesus Christ. He's the one that no matter what, no matter who is in leadership, that's the one we follow, and that's the one who has sacrificed for us, and he's the one that gives us our example of what a true person, how they sacrifice, what they do for others. And so that's what we're here to talk about today. We kind of want to give the concept of, you know, when you give more, you receive more. And I think that's really huge to understand, because some of us think like, well, I don't want to give X amount of dollars. I don't want to give X amount of time or X amount of effort and not get anything in return. So I just think, you know, we could kind of see things working full circle, like, you know, certain things in your life that you could see. Maybe you've done something, then later on, a few weeks later, you see, you know, the blessings coming from it.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I've even heard it said before that anything you want more of, well, first you should give that away. So if you want more money, you should give away money. You even see it when you're working out. If you want strength, well, you've got to give away energy. You have to work out. You have to expel strength if you want to get strength. So anything you want more of, you should give away. And Chris, as you know, the Bible even says that it's more blessed to give than it is to receive. And blessed means it's happy. It'll make you happy. It's more blessed to give than to receive. So self-sacrifice and giving is crucial to you know, our joy and our happiness as human beings.
Right. And it was funny today. You know, I go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, I teach at 8, and some of my students are there early, and, you know, they're in my classroom and they're having fun. And, you know, sometimes I'm speaking into their lives, or I'm giving them time, you know, helping them with their projects or whatever. And, you know, today she came to me with a great, you know, Golden Pride burrito, and I was like, wow, you know, I got breakfast, you know, I forgot to make breakfast this morning. It's like, oh, what am I going to do? And then all of a sudden, you know,
perfect.
You just receive. And I think, you know, and when I looked at that, I was like, you know what? You should never feel guilty for receiving something because of how much you give and how much time and energy you put in to certain things. And I'm seeing it as a teacher and as a coach. We truly have this platform where we could truly just keep giving and giving and giving our time. We might not make as much money, but man, the eternal prize is there. I've seen so many times where parents they buy me meals. They say, hey, you know, let me take you out to dinner. And I never really say no, because I think that's just the blessing that God has for me, is that, man, you know, you don't have to worry about that stuff. You could just say, you know, you just keep working, and then someone else will help you, whether you're down and out. I actually helped one of my friends, or his mom. His mom needed help with some yard work, and I just said yes. And I didn't, no amount of money was given to me, so I said yes. And then his mom came to me the next day at church and said, wait, did my son tell you I was going to pay you, right? I was like, no, he didn't. And then he said the same thing. Yeah, I didn't tell him. And then she told me, well, because you did it for free, I'm going to pay you double what I was going to pay you. And right there, I just thought, if I would have had that mindset of, oh, well, I need money, I was going to get, you know, $20, but instead I got $40. So I just really see it, you know, working full circle when you kind of sacrifice your time and just serve and, you know, just give and give. So I'm really, you know, seeing that in my life.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you do see it. It's one of those tangible things that you can do, that you can actually do. You can actually put it into practice and then see the results. It's not just something you do and then hope it happens later, but you can actually see results from this. When you give, when you sacrifice, there's benefits, there's rewards. And it may be difficult to do, but like most things in life, the hardest things are the things that are most worthwhile. The hardest things are the most beneficial things, are the things that mean the most. So we want to encourage you, as you're going about your daily life, be looking for ways that you can give. Be looking for ways that you can help. Be looking for ways that you can serve and sacrifice. You may have to say no to yourself, but really you're saying yes to something a whole lot bigger, because it's better to be a part of something great than being or going through life all alone or all by yourself.
And so that's what, that's what kind of I thought when I was at UNM, and just being a part of a great winning team. And it was always, what can I do for the team? It was never, I mean, there were games where I didn't play as much, and it was never, well, I want playing time. I mean, it was just so great to be a part of that winning success. And I've seen, parents and players, after their team wins by 20 or 30 points, they're complaining about their playing time. I'm like, just be glad you are a part of something great here. I've been on teams where,
and those are the best teams are the ones where everyone has that team first mentality, that team first attitude.
Right, and they just think that way. That's just, it's always them first, or always the team first. And so I just truly believe that if you want to be a part of winning success, because I've been on, like I said, I've been on those teams where I could score 20, but if we lose by 20, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to be a part of those teams. And so I truly think you have to really ask yourself, what can you do for your teams? What can you do for your family, your friends? It's always that, what can I do for somebody else? How can I make somebody else's job easier? And that's a topic we're going to go into when we come back in the next segment, is how we're going to make it easier for others and why that is so important. So I hope you stay tuned, hope you liked it, and hope we could challenge you in your thinking. We'll see.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all, or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
Now there's an easier way to find deals at great New Mexico restaurants. DineNM.com. Just use your smartphone. Go to the site, download the app. No purchase or printer necessary. DineNM.com. The easiest way to save money when dining out.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened?
Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Gonstead Physical Medicine are healthcare professionals that create custom treatment plans for those diagnosed with spinal ligament injuries. We use chiropractic systems to ensure the best patient outcomes, functional rehab exercises designed to improve the quality of daily activities, trigger point injections that help alleviate pain and spasms, non-surgical spinal decompression to minimize any disc bulges, and massage therapy for painful conditions and relaxation.
Does your provider have the therapies to address your problem? We do.
Contact us for a complimentary consultation.
Don't sacrifice quality or flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride delivers the best tasting barbecue chicken and ribs with the fastest drive-thru in the whole city. Plus, Albuquerque Magazine has awarded Golden Pride for having the best tasting breakfast burrito in town. For a great meal without the wait, come see us at any one of our 4 locations or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride, home of Albuquerque's #1 breakfast burrito.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between, Garden Schwartz Team Sales has the products and professional services you'll need to be your best. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Hello and welcome back to the Live Sports in New Mexico show. This show today we're talking about self-sacrifice, what we need to do for our teams, for our families, for our friends. It can't always be about us. We always have to, there's always something we need to give, whether it's our time, money, effort, whatever it is. There is always something we need to give. And I, want to go over what John Wooden was all about, coach for the UCLA Bruins way back when, and won 10 championships in a row. One of his key successes was to keep his players humble. He just emphasized that no one is better or worse than you. You could always try to achieve success and work towards it, but the people you're around, it doesn't matter what position they're in, you still treat them with respect. And so he made sure he did that with, in college basketball, they're student managers, and basically they're like the ball boys. They're the ones that get you water. They do all that stuff. But what Coach Wooden said is, like, you still had to clean up after yourself. It wasn't like you just threw your towel down and managers had to pick it up, or threw your water or whatever it was. He said, make sure, no, you have to make it easier on them. You have to say, no, I respect you as a human. I'm going to help you with your job. He even said this, like when they went to away games at hotels, he would tell them, you make your bed, you pick up your trash, you put the towels up, and you think, why would I do that? That's the maid's job. That's what he or she does. And, but Coach would always say, no, you respect them. You do your part. You do what you can, and then they'll finish it up. And that just reminded me, it really spoke to me, because it reminded me way back when, before I was saved, I was 21 with my friend. We're in Vegas, and, doing what 21-year-olds do. And we trashed the hotel room. It was all messed up. And the next morning we were going back to back home, and I thought about this rule that Coach Wooden had, and I just started picking up trash. Threw everything away, collecting. My friends like, what are you doing? That's what the maid's for. I'm like, you know what? Just make it easier on them, because you never know what people are going through. Maybe it's like, man, they walk in that room and they get frustrated and they're saying, oh, I got to clean this up, or would they rather go into a room like, oh, I just got to fix these things here and there. It's going to make my job easier. So I just think that's what we have to do as coaches and teammates. For them is like, hey, I'm going to just help you with whatever you're doing. I'm going to help you as a teammate, and then it comes full circle. Like, hey, if I help them, they're going to help me as well.
Yeah, and John Wooden was an absolutely incredible coach. And he's actually written a few books, and so I want to encourage you to go out and buy some of those for yourself. There's so much good information in some of those books. So I want to encourage you to do that. Another guy that we look to as an example is Jesus Christ himself. He's the ultimate sacrifice for us. Human nature for us is naturally selfish. We want to do our own thing. It's all about us. And so it can be difficult to think this way, to be self-sacrificing or to be giving. But you look to the example of Jesus and what he did for us when he came, and his life was about serving people and helping people. And then the ultimate sacrifice, he laid his life down. He died for you and for me, even when we didn't deserve it, even when we couldn't earn it or ever pay him back. Jesus died. Jesus sacrificed for us. And so knowing that, accepting that, believing and receiving that changes everything. It changes our hearts, our lives, gives us eternal life, but it helps us now follow this example. It helps us now learn to be self-sacrificing and giving and thinking of others first, having the team first. mentality. And so what a great example in the Creator and the Savior, Jesus, about being self-sacrificing.
Yeah, it just puts us in perspective of, we think about these things, I could be doing too much, but in perspective, it's never too much. I mean, there's never enough good works we can do to be at that level, of sacrifice. And, we're talking about different things of, we're just saying to you, hey, go help a teammate, go help a classmate, whatever it is. But I think there's certain ways. I mean, to help a teammate out, you could be more talented than them. But I think you could help them still in certain areas. Maybe you need to help them, if in basketball, you help them with a basketball move, or you help them with their dribbling, you help them with rebound, you go rebound for them. They want to get extra shots up after games. I remember playing at UNM, Jamal Fenn, one of my great friends and teammates, that's what he wanted to do after every game. And I told him, like, all right, I'll go rebound for you. I'll go shoot with you. I'll do whatever it takes to help you get better. And I just believe that's what just our friendship, our relationship got so much better with that. I mean, with any teammate, I would just go hang out with them, or even in the classroom. You may be smarter, but you could help them succeed by teaching them what you know. And that's something I was really blessed with, was just being a really good student athlete in the classroom, to where some of these guys, they were talented. They're more talented than me, but I really needed to help them in the classroom, and that was just my job as a teammate. I thought, you know what, I just need to go help them with whatever. And I think that's what we can do now. Some of us don't feel we're challenged in school because maybe we're just ahead. We're ahead of our grade level. But there is a way. There is a way not to be distracting or disruptive in class because you have nothing to do, or you're not being challenged. Challenge yourself to go teach it now. I think that's what it's really important. Like when I learn something, I challenge myself to go teach it. I say, you know what? I know it. Someone else doesn't know it. Let me go help them. Let me pass this knowledge down. And that's what I've been so blessed with great coaches, with great pastors. I get to really take this knowledge and really apply it and then teach it as well. I think that's what, the Circle of Life is really all about, is that we take this wisdom and knowledge from different people and we just apply it to our lives, and we apply it to other people because they may not have the same resources. I had great coaches, and I'm working with kids, and I'm thinking, man, they just didn't have the same coaching I did since 3rd grade. So I got to really help them and be that coach for them, and really kind of give them, that extra drive. Like, you know what, you can do it. I mean, just because I'm better than you or smarter than you, no, I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you certain ways and certain ideas of how to do it.
Yeah, and you think about, what kind of friend do you want to have? Do you want to have a friend that's only cares about themselves, or one that's willing to help you and be there for you when you need them? What kind of coach do you want to have? Do you want a coach that's willing to work with you even when you're struggling, or you want one that doesn't care about you? And then I would say, think about what you want in a friend, in a coach, whatever, and then be that. Be that for someone else. Be that coach to your players. Be that teammate to your teammates. Be that friend to your friend. Don't be all about yourself, but be what you want in a friend or in a teammate or in a coach. And really that, I think, is the key to being self-sacrificing.
Right, and then I think just friends are really made through what each other gives. Like depending on your friendship or relationship, whatever it is, it can't be, if it's a one-way street, then that friendship or relationship's going to end. And I think that's what we have to realize too, just in all of our lives, is that we have to think about, okay, what am I giving? The way I want to keep this friendship, and so many people think like, oh, well, they're not friends with me anymore because maybe you're not giving as much as they want. I mean, there's certain exchange that you need to give, even like with a coach-player relationship. You really have to think about that as a player, you say, man, what am I giving to my coach? Am I helping him? Am I being a true example? Am I being the extension of the coach on the court? As a coach, are you helping them in the classroom? Are you helping them get to college? Are you helping them to aspire in their dreams? It may not be in the sport you're in, but just helping them, like teach them those life lessons of what it is. So I think that's where we see really good teams, is that coaches and players relationship. So man, just keep working. If you're out there, you're serving, you're helping. We thank you for doing that. We thank you for being a light. But what we're going to talk about in the next segment is that no amount of works will make you better than anyone else. You could keep serving, keep doing things, but if you don't acknowledge Jesus as your Lord and Savior, then you're going to miss out on what He has for you. So we're going to go in depth with that when we come back. We'll see you in a little bit.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Want to eat at a great New Mexico restaurant? Then go to dinenm.com and get a true New Mexico dining experience. We're dedicated to promoting New Mexico-owned restaurants. We advertise restaurant specials, events, and deals all in one place. No need to sign up, sign in, or print out a coupon. Just show your smartphone to your waiter. It's free and easy to use, so find a new special place and enjoy New Mexico's fabulous restaurants. Download the app and visit us online at dinenm.com today.
Christy Mae's Restaurant is locally owned and operated with a family-friendly atmosphere. Their array of homemade comfort food is just like your mom's. From homemade chicken pot pie to their famous chicken salad on a croissant, Christy Mae's even offers lunch catering. Christy Mae's Restaurant is located at 1400 San Pedro Drive Northeast. They offer drive-in, carry-out, and catering. Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Ladera Golf Course on Albuquerque's west side features spacious greens, 27 holes with outstanding practice facilities, and beautiful views of the Sandia Mountains, nestled at the foot of the volcanoes. Our 300-person banquet room and bridal suite is perfect for all occasions. Customize your room with color, chair covers, table linen, dinner, and champagne. Visit our cafe and bar with daily specials and happy hour, plus our full-service golf pro shop. For tee times and more information, call 505-836-4449.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Welcome back to the Live Sports in New Mexico show, and today we're talking about self-sacrifice. We talked about how, you have to ask, what can you do for your teams? What can you do for others instead of really worrying about yourself? Because when you do that, your blessings are going to come into play, and you're going to see them. You're going to see things come into your life that you knew you wanted, but you didn't know when it was going to come, and eventually it does come, and you rejoice in it, and it's a really, really great feeling. Also, that we make it easier for others. We make it easier for our teammates and our coaches. We help them out because it's just so important. Even our teachers, we don't be that distracting kid in the classroom. We really, truly are learning, and maybe being the extension of the teacher, the extension of the coach. Whatever it is, we have to make sure we're making it easier for others. And then also, this third one, we want to talk about there's no amount of works that will make you better than anyone else. And so, I want to kind of give this story. It's right after the Super Bowl, and I want to kind of give this story to you guys. So a fan, say he travels across the country to go watch his team play in the Super Bowl. He's decked out in his team's gear. He knows all the players and coaches' names. He knows everything, but yet he doesn't have a ticket into the game. So the guy is at the gate, and he's yelling, "Well, why don't you let me in? Look at me. I'm all decked out. I'm decked out. I'm supporting my team. I know the players' names, the coaches, whatever it is. I drove so many miles just to get here. Can you just let me in?" And then another guy comes in who paid for a ticket, gave it to the fan, and then he was able to enter the stadium. So point is, you could do a lot of good works and good things for people. And so that's what it is. Like, you may be support, you may be like, I'm doing all these great things, but if you don't have that ticket in, you just can't get in. So those works alone will not get you into God's kingdom. What is going to get you in is the price and sacrifice that Jesus paid on the cross. Jesus is our ticket into the gates of heaven. If we don't acknowledge Jesus as our Lord and Savior, all this life, all the things that we do, it's not going to matter. So there's certain things that we have to really focus on in our lives, is that, we do these good works, but why can we do them? Who's teaching us how to do these good works? Who's teaching us how to serve? It's God himself. It's the Bible. It's the one that he teaches us, and he has pastors teach us, and they help us with this life that we have to live in, how we can serve, how we can help others. And I don't know about you, but I think serving and helping others has been just rewarding to me, just because I know what it does for me, what I see, how it helps other people, and then I see just how the rewards will come with that. Just I know there's treasures in heaven for me. I just think these thoughts because I know the giving part is so important, and it's not just to help somebody else, but it's also to help us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can say without question, from the moment I started serving, especially in God's kingdom, in the church, Legacy Church is the church that we're a part of. Of course, always want to extend the invitation to you. But when I started serving to now, my life has totally, completely changed for the better. And it's just absolutely unbelievable what serving does, what giving back does. And I just can't emphasize enough how important it is to your life, our life, to make it better. And I love what you said, that serving by itself, it's not the answer, it's not the ticket. It's good, and it may help, but that's not what's going to get you into heaven one day. That's not what's going to make you right with God. Only Jesus doing what he did for you is going to make you right with God. And now that you know that, now that you have that in your heart, then you can serve, and then God's blessing is on it. You're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for him. And it's so much more beneficial that way.
Yeah, and I thank God for that way, because some of us could think that, man, I have to do, and it's not biblical. It says how many works we have to do in order to get into heaven. It's always, you get saved, and then you do good works. And then it's like, okay, you have Jesus in your heart. Now he's the one teaching and purging you and helping you out. So I think it works better that way than just to say, hey, I've done all these good works, and then, oh, you're one, God sees you and say, oh, you're one short. I'd rather, just accept Jesus, thank God for his grace and mercy on me. Let me work through mistakes to where I don't have to think about, man, if I do this mistake, I'm out. I'm already out. There's no way, there's no chance of getting back. I just really love how God could turn it around just because of the sacrifice that Jesus has made. And we have to really think about that when we're thinking about, man, should I give my time? Should I give effort? Should I help this person out? The answer is always going to be yes, because of what Jesus did. I mean, every single person around you is important, and you're to be a light to them and to help them. So yeah, I think the way this life we get to live, this, the way Jesus has set it up for us is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're out there and you're thinking to yourself, hey, I want to start doing this. I need to start serving more. I need to be more self-sacrificing. Then I want to give you what we're now calling Brian's three-point play. If you've seen me play hoops at all, I'm kind of a big guy, but I like to shoot from the outside. So I want to give you my three-point play to help you succeed in this area. Number one is this: just start where you are. Start where you are. Look around. Look who's around you. Start where you are. Maybe it's friends, family, sisters, brothers. It doesn't matter. Start where you are. Number two, work what you have. Work what you have. You have something to offer. You have something good. God has created you with a plan and a purpose. And he's given you something that you can use to help someone else. So start where you are. Work what you have. Number three, repeat every day. Repeat every day. Start where you are. Work what you have. And repeat every day. Don't stop. Don't lose this. Never go back. It can be easy to go back into selfish mode. In fact, I can slip that way sometimes. We got to always purpose, always move forward, always be looking for who we can help and serve, how we can be self-sacrificing, because I want to leave you with a few thoughts. What you are a part of is bigger than the part you play. That life is always better together. And so I've said this before as well, but choose we over me every time. Choose we over me. When you do these things, you'll be successful in giving and serving and self-sacrificing.
Thank you. And great thoughts right there. So take that for what it's worth. And again, give us some feedback. Tell us what you think about the show. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Live Sports New Mexico. Any prayer requests you have, we would love to help you out. Give you any advice you like for your teams, for your coaches. as you guys as athletes. We thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. We have been getting great feedback, and a lot of people are getting some help and liking the advice we're giving them. So that's what we're doing this for, and we want to continue to help you, continue to help us improve, and give us any topics you'd like us to talk about, any stuff like that. We're always open to consideration. We thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.